Life isn't about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself. George Bernard Shaw. We're here to celebrate the completion of a very important step in you all creating your future selves. We often say you can't predict the future, but you can in some way influence it. And what you all have accomplished here is really a major way to influence the future and create yourself. We thank you collectively in the MEM program for including us in creating yourselves for the future. It's one of our most enjoyable activities. So I'm just here to welcome you. My name's Jeff Glass. I'm the Engineering Management Faculty Director. And I'm just going to say a few words and then hand it off to the main attractions to follow. But I want to kick off the ceremony by just reminding us why we're here. The hooding ceremony is when we take the part of the academic regalia called the hood and place it over your heads. And that signifies the achievement that celebrates the achievement really that you've had over these past 2 years. The hood has the colors of both the degree and the area of the degree. And it goes back many, many years, of course. As I mentioned, this is really one of our most enjoyable activities. Of course, the main reason is we don't have to grade you. Thank goodness. So that probably makes it one of your more enjoyable activities too, I hope. So before we start, I want to encourage you to take a moment and actually think about creating the memories and the vision for this weekend, for this evening and this entire weekend. Make a mental picture of the things that are happening. And I want that picture to be both visual and emotional. Because as you get older, you don't want to lose track of the emotions that you have right now. So make it visual and emotional. And the reason I want to say that in particular, or emphasize that, is that it's so easy to say, great, done, move on. We're going to go do the next cool thing. I know that's the way you all are. It's the way we are. Go do the next cool thing. What's next in the repertoire? And what am I going to use what I've learned for in the future? Of course, that's a good thing to think about. And you have this wonderful family and friends to help you think about that. But I want to emphasize to slow down a little bit and take a moment to create the vision and the pictures that will last for a long time of this moment in time. So before you think about what's next, think about what's now. So the only other point is that I know you've sacrificed a lot for this program. But I also know that your family and friends have sacrificed a lot too. And I know that during these 2 years, there were many tense times where you said, no, the quiz comes before the family. The test, the assignment, the team project, I have to work on it. And I maybe can't spend as much time as I'd like with my family. Understandable. But now's the time to reflect on that and to shore up the foundations of those relationships that maybe we neglected a little bit in the last couple of years. Don't move on again too quickly to the next thing, but shore up those relationships right away. So that's all I have to say for the welcome, except that I get to introduce your next speaker. And if you all are the stars of the show, Dr. Latondra Murray is undoubtedly the co-star. As you all have provided your blood, sweat, and tears for all the classes and the residencies, I assure you she has provided the blood, sweat, and tears right along with you. Maybe sometimes because of you. So without further ado, I'll hand this off to Dr. Latondra Murray, the wonderful and incredibly talented Director of Professional Master's Programs.
Thank you, Dr. Glass. So good evening, graduates, family, friends, faculty, and staff. I am absolutely thrilled to stand before you today as we present academic hoods and diplomas to our 2017 Distributed Master of Engineering Management Program graduates. We can clap now. I think that's worthy of it. So as mentioned previously, I'm the Director for Professional Master's Programs, and I manage the distance program. I'm extremely proud of our graduates because I know how diligently they have worked to reach this very important milestone and, frankly, this moment. Oh, there's a praying mantis. All right. Okay. Okay. That is not in the script. Okay. All right. Okay. Woo, okay. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Come here, you little fella.
Thank you, Dr. Glass. Don't pray. Does the praying mantis come from Fiji? Is that? cohort, right? Okay. Okay. So, as I said, I know how diligently our graduates have worked to reach this milestone, and in fact, this very, very moment. Graduate school can be demanding all by itself, but the challenges are all the more intense when you add family, work, and life commitments to the mix. I know that dedication, perseverance, and sacrifice are requisite for this achievement. Graduates, your engagement has served as an outstanding example for your campus peers, and you've likewise coached each other through job transitions, challenging work assignments, and the overwhelm that comes with full-time work and study. I am absolutely delighted that you learned new things. I'm pleased that you enhanced skills that you could leverage in the workplace immediately. I am, however, happiest about the bonds that you've created with each other during the course of the program. Your genuine affection for Duke doesn't hurt either. So I've worked with d-MEMP since we launched the program 8 years ago, and every year without fail, someone will ask, so who's your favorite cohort? Cohort 7, also known as the Fiji cohort, you did not disappoint. I guess I'm not really answering the question, so I'll tell you, you're my favorite, but don't tell anybody. I care so much about this program, and you reflect the very best of what it has to offer. You're a bright, talented, positive group of individuals, and I am truly honored to know you. I wholeheartedly believe that working with d-MEMP is one of the best experiences of my career to date. I am proud of what we've created, but I'm even prouder to be represented out in the world by all of you. As everyone knows, you've been here all week for Residency 3. If you leave it to Facebook and Instagram, you probably think they've just been eating and drinking. While we've done a lot of that, we've done a lot of other important academic work as well. You've spent a lot of quality time with me over the last 4 days, a lot of time with me. And I'd be remiss, and frankly, you would be disappointed if I didn't have some kind of parting homework, right? Yeah, of course, right? So I'd like to take a few minutes to review 3 final assignments. This homework doesn't have a deadline, it can't be found on Sakai, but I hope that it's something that you can work on in the days ahead. So assignment number 1, I know we just did this yesterday, this is a quick turnaround, but I'm going to ask you to refine your personal mission statement. I encourage you to revisit this important activity from the 7 Habits session, even if it's only a few times a year. Yes, I'm absolutely going to send you a 90-day reminder in August. However, I implore you to make beginning with the end in mind a priority always. Reverse engineer your destiny. Define a vision for your preferred future. Think about how you can get there and savor every moment of the journey, bitter or sweet. Assignment number 2, continue to seek feedback constantly and on purpose. I love the fact that so many of you referenced the book that we gave you very early on. Thanks for the feedback. As you well know, if you can become a great receiver of information independent of the source, studies show that you can be more creative, you can have higher job satisfaction, and you can adapt more quickly in the workplace. Who doesn't want that? So ask for feedback. Even when you're nervous, even when you're not sure what's going to be said, put it out there. And then finally, assignment 3, this will come as no surprise. Use your strengths. No, really, use your strengths. I know that I've talked about strengths so much over the past week, but I honestly challenge you to think about how you can do more of what you're naturally, organically good at doing at both work and at home. Leverage your natural talents to add value wherever you go. You'll be happier, you'll be more productive, and you'll make an even bigger impact. So there you have it. As homework, refine your mission statement, continue to seek feedback, and use your strengths. I am deeply grateful to be a part of your Duke experience. I'm very glad I'm holding it together. I look forward to hearing about all of the incredible things that lie ahead for each of you. May you be highly effective and successful. Please keep in touch. Congratulations. So I now have the pleasure of introducing our student speaker. The Distributed Master of Engineering Management Program students voted to select a student speaker, and they have chosen Myron Fletcher. So at this time, I'd like to invite Myron to the podium to share his thoughts about the d-MEMP experience. Myron?
So before I get into the speech, I want to give a shout out to all those families who ran across the street back and forth, trying to find a bus shuttle. Thank you, and the babies who were crying along the way, thank you as well. Greetings to all students, faculty, administration, family, and friends. First, I have to give honor to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for without him, this day wouldn't be possible for me. Secondly, I must recognize my family who came from Arkansas, Texas, and Boston. To my father, without you, none of this would be possible. To my brother who said, if I could dream it, I could achieve it, thank you. And to my beautiful fiance, I said Beyonce, beautiful. She's better than Beyonce, by the way, so. To my beautiful fiance who held me down through the program, I love you. And also they said I had 50 minutes for the speech, and you guys know I'm long-winded, so I'm gonna take every 50 minutes. I have been afforded the opportunity to travel the nation and soon the world to talk with students and to inspire them to chase their dreams and to dream big. But today is so special to me. I get to talk to my peers who are already living the dream, and as Don would say, living a dream. And today I want to thank each of you for this opportunity. Author Maya Angelou once said, I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you've done, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Every one of us recognizes the truth in this quote. Parents, teachers, managers, mentors, peers, family, and friends leave their mark on our lives, for better or for worse, because we felt comforted, safe or unsafe, smart or stupid, lovely or unlovely, empowered or helpless. But today, many of us feel empowered. It's a gift, and I hope I always remember how I felt today, thanks to my experiences with you all. Each of us has a tremendous impact on the people around us. Our actions are great and small, reflect our thoughts and intentions. We are constantly communicating with our actions, smiles, eye contacts, and words. And our words, they have power. The impact each of us has on our fellow peers through life cannot be underestimated. Therefore, we need to be intentional. As leaders of the future, we are going to deal with the most diverse generation of employees who have ever worked together. It will be a challenge, and it will yield amazing results. Of that, I am certain, because my peers are a diverse group who continually amaze me. It's up to us to make a strong foundation for a better, more accepting, more inclusive world. Our interactions need to be thoughtful and focused on understanding new perspectives in a world that often seems to determine to narrow our point of view. Every voice is unique. We need to listen, and we need to learn. We all come from different backgrounds, and different beliefs in this program has allowed me to see the little piece of each of you. One thing is for sure, you all want to make a change. And you all want to make a difference in the lives of people around you, and how others I messed up, excuse me. One thing is for sure, you all want to make a difference in the lives of the people around you, and how each of us do that will vary tremendously. Some of us have military backgrounds, while others of us have corporate lifestyles, born billions. And we're all driven by very personal experiences that lead each of us in a unique way. However, at the heart of it all, I want to see positive change, and so do you. The residencies really allowed me to see your hearts. And although some of us found kindred spirits and strength finders, others were on a different spectrum than us. Having the diversity of strengths in the same room is exactly what makes us amazing as a unit. We will carry the bright light forward, leaning on shared strengths and pulling creative thoughts from our differences. It is our differences that makes us the great Fiji cohort that we are. We are from an artesian well and sold at a price well above most water out there. But guess what? We're worth it. We contain the ingredients that are essential to life and to the success of businesses everywhere. We are the forefront of change, and Duke has shared with us the keys that are essential to changing the world. From Residency 1, that's where it all started. The one case study, we became the Fiji cohort. And if we are to stay the Fiji cohort, we really cannot forget the lessons learned by the corporation. When things don't go our way, let's be honest with ourselves and reevaluate our situations. When hard times arise, let's not throw in the towel, but let's learn how we can work with our communities to not only benefit ourselves, but also others. And finally, we know that there are many obstacles ahead of us. So let's learn from the Fiji Water Corporation. Let's maintain good relations with those around us. And let's not just say one thing and do another. Let our actions speak louder than our words. From Residency 2, remember the ropes course? We were supposed to have the ropes course. I guess we can call it the ropes course. But the indoor course, where we had to solve the mystery about who stole the painting. I'm going to be honest. I thought we would never solve that, by the way, but, but we did. We did. It was a very complex crime. One thing I learned from the ropes course is that regardless of your stance on the situation, you must sit back and listen to what others have to say. We all allowed each other to talk. And even though some pushed one way and others pushed another, we reasoned with each other without fighting or raising our voices. The ropes course instructor said this was the first group she had given that size of a complex problem to, and we were able to solve it. And not only solve it, we solved it faster than our smaller groups. And that is a compliment to us. We are the leaders of the future, and if we continue to listen to our peers, those who work for us, those above us, and those far away from us, we will go far indeed, farther than either of us could have ever imagined. And just this week in Residency 3, we learned how truly diverse we are. So some of you laughing because you learned some other things this week too. We learned about our Navy partners and submarines. We learned about snapdragons. We learned about insurance and the oil industry and the aerospace industry and the inauguration. We learned so many things. And I want to close with a few quotes that stood out to me this week. Don't keep your foot on the brake, go for the gas. You have to grab life by the neck, look it in the eyes, and tell it you own it. And remember, you have to carry your weather with you. Be proactive and refuse to be reactive. And everyone's favorite, the Jesus-powered printing press. I'll take with me everything I learned at Duke. More importantly, I'll take with me the memories of your kindness, your strength, and your determination to lead your lives filled with a purpose and hope for a better future. And to that I say thank you and congratulations to Duke's class of 2017 Distributed Masters of Engineering Management Program, the Forever Fiji Cohort. Thank you. And next, we're going to have a video prepared by our very own Brian Wright, displayed on the monitors above.
shooters. Real-world applications.
All right, now it's time for us to hood our graduates, and so would the first row of graduates please stand and come forward? Nitin Akala. Matthew Arnold Anderson. Tyler Benjamin Bristol. James Austin Crosby. Donald Joseph Fannin. Myron Jonah Fletcher. Joseph Earl Freeman. James Mark Hansen. Alvin Gianto. Daniel A. Kirsch. Irene Youngjin Kwon. Eric William Larson. Scott McAdams. Christopher Michael Matsuoka. William Israel McCall. Emily Houston Monroe. Alyssa Patricia Aguinaldo Parada. Carl Martin Peterson. Brandon B. Ray. John Michael Rosenbaum. Samantha Marie Rupert. Angelica Beth Swartz. Zachary Tarter. Ryan Michael Wright. All right, while they sit down, I think we should give all our graduates a round of applause. So I did want to spend just a couple of thoughts in closing and to share my perspective. I'm Brad Fox, I'm the Associate Dean for Master's Programs. So all of you received a gift, and that's what we give someone when they're celebrating a great milestone. And so we're really happy to be giving you this gift. But as educators, you know that we like to look for symbolism in everything that we do. So I'm not sure if you've looked in your bag yet, but there are three things that we've given you. The first is a little bit of MEM and Duke swag. So what's a trip to Durham without something to kind of remember Duke by? And so there's a nice little lapel pin commemorating the Pratt School of Engineering. So we are very proud to claim you as a Duke graduate, and we hope that you will wear this pin with honor, symbolizing that you are now a graduate of Duke University. But as a graduate of Duke University, it also comes with some responsibility. So your reputation is now our reputation. And so we ask that you be professional and honorable in everything that you do. The second thing you see in your bag is a picture of the cohort number 7, d-MEMP cohort number 7, right? So you have clearly experienced a great time together as a cohort. It was an incredible video by Brian that was just spectacular. We should put that on our website. I don't know that we need any more recruiting material at all other than what that website, that slideshow said. But this picture is a reminder that you are a cohort, right? And so you spent 3 great residencies here and 2 great years together, but it's through those bonds, through the trials and tribulations, the ups and downs of this program, you've gotten through it with each other. And so we ask you to remember this cohort as you move forward in your career. Stay close to each other. You will be strength throughout your careers. And so please stay connected to your cohort. And that's what the picture symbolizes. The last thing that we shared with you is a book. And as you can imagine, Professor Murray gave you another assignment. This is yet another assignment. And that is simply a reminder that you need to engage in lifelong learning. We have very much tried to educate you while you're here, but it will not be enough for you to be successful throughout your career. And so we encourage you to keep learning throughout your career. The book that we selected this year is Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance by Angela Duckworth. Sorry about that. And so it talks about people who achieve their dreams are often not those that are the most talented, but the ones with the most grit, right? Those with tenacity to stick to their dreams when the going gets tough. And so as we were kicked off by Professor Glass, he talked about creating your future, right? So this is not going to be an easy thing for you to do, to create your future. There will be some ups and downs. And so we encourage you to show this grit and tenacity so that you will ultimately be able to accomplish your dreams. Okay. And so we hope that you enjoy these gifts. As a reminder of the time you've spent here at Duke University, we have certainly been delighted in getting to know you and spending time with you. And so with that, I wish you the best in the years to come and ask you to please stay in touch.